guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now, today's reading will be a mid-monthly reading for the month of March 2018. So really focusing on the last couple of weeks of the month, from the 15th through the end of the month, but specifically looking at the areas of career and finance and love and relationships. For the career and finance portion of the reading, I'll be using the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck by Scarabeo, and I'll pull an oracle card from the Sacred Traveler deck, and that's by Denise Lynn. And for the love and romance relationships part of the reading, I'll use the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron-Reid, and we'll pull an additional oracle card from Romance Angels Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. Just a reminder, these are general readings. The messages may or may not resonate with you. I would encourage you to watch not just your sun sign reading, but also your moon and your rising sign. That way you will get, a more complete overview of what's going on for you during the last 2 weeks of the month. And obviously the only way to get a truly personalized reading focusing on you and what's going on in your life right now would be to get a private reading from me. If you're interested, take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. And there you'll find all of the pricing as well as the types of videos that I offer, the video readings. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Right, so once again, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you in 1 second for your reading. Bye for now. Hi Pisces, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-month reading for March 2018. As you can see, I have already shuffled off camera and have laid out the spread, really just to try to save a little bit of time. We'll start off with your career and finance portion of the reading, okay? We have in the past position, Major Arcana number 9, the Hermit. In the present position, we have Major Arcana number 20, Judgment. And the future position, we have the 10 of Chalices. Oops. 10 of Chalices. This would be the 10 of Cups in the traditional tarot. And the overall energy for the upcoming or last 2 weeks of the month, right? The card from the bottom of the deck is the 9 of Pentacles. Very nice. And the oracle card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle card deck is Navigating by the Stars. Follow your bliss. And I'll get into the meaning of this particular card after we go through the main reading here. So starting off with the overall energy of the 9 of Pentacles. The suit of Pentacles is earth energy, and it has to do with the material things, the tangible things that we can touch and feel here in the material realm. We usually associate it with the work that we do, material possessions, prosperity, has to do with our home, family, education, knowledge. And the 9 of Pentacles itself it's a card that speaks of self-reliance, right? Somebody who is very self-sufficient, somebody who has created the life that, he or she has always wanted. So somebody who has worked very long and hard and has been able to achieve what he or she wants, So really has, visualized a particular type of life and has gone after that. And you can see here the man on the card, he has wealth around him. He has the coins around him. He also has, a basket full of grapes and grapes on the vineyard. So he's, there's a lot of abundance on this card, right? So he's feeling very, very content, very fulfilled. And again, this is, somebody who was very self-reliant. Okay, so this is, it's a great card to have, especially in, a career and finance reading, because this, it is a card of abundance. It is a card of, that you have worked long and hard and have either, accrued the type of of wealth and prosperity that that you wanted, or it does speak of accomplishments. It speaks of hard work, but also harvesting the fruit of that hard labor, or of that hard work. Um, it's a card of great security, earnings. A very good card to have. Now let's see how it ties in with the rest of the cards here. So we have, this is a 9. We also have another 9 here with the Hermit. The Hermit is a major arcana card. And we have 2 major arcana cards out of the 4. So significant messages coming through, right? Powerful messages with the Hermit followed by Judgment. The Hermit is somebody who, he sort of retreats, he goes within. He's seeking some type of, inner knowledge or spiritual knowledge, somebody who, is seeking out those sort of the deeper meaning of life. It's a very, it's a deep card, it's a very, somebody who seeks wisdom, but it's by going inward, so he's the sort of the sage, he's that spiritual sage, and you see here, he's wandering, right? So he's carrying his light, he's heading out, right? He's in search of something, but he's this wandering sage. Now this does appear in the past position, right? So for some of you, you could have been, this does appear in the past, so you could have retreated, you could have sort of, gone within, really retreated from the rest of the world, looking for some type of, either meaning, could be putting projects on hold, sort of concentrating on next steps, reevaluating your path, right? Going inwards and really focusing on, am I on the right path? Where is it that I want to go? But this does, it does appear in the past position. So you could have, over the last, couple of weeks, even going back to last month, you could have been in this, state where you were taking time out, really focusing on, trying to figure out next steps, which has brought you to this middle card, right, in the present position of Judgment. Now, Judgment is, this is a significant card because usually it has to do with a very important, a life-altering decision. It also has to do with some type of judgment call, possibly. It also has to do with new beginnings, right? So brand new beginnings for some of you. It's also about leaving behind the past. And it's interesting because she's staring up at the light, but she's also looking backwards, so she's kind of looking back at this Hermit card. So it's, it's about leaving the past behind, along with, any guilt, any grievances that you might have. Could be, again, making some type of tough decision after taking this time out to focus on, where it is that you really want to go. But there is a decision made here, and there is a fresh start. There is a new, through this ending comes a new life, and it's a higher calling, right? This Judgment card is sort of pushing you forward, and it's moving you on your spiritual path. So whatever you decided on here, and you made this important decision, it brings you to this 10 of Chalices card. And the 10 of Chalices, or 10 of Cups in the Tarot, this is a beautiful card. This is a card of, it's the happily ever after card. It's the happy home and family. The Suit of Cups, it deals with emotions and feelings and relationships, intuition, and how our emotions kind of push us through life, affect different areas of our life. And with this coming after the Judgment card, the Judgment card, it's all about moving towards the light, right? And some type of, awakening or renewal, positive events coming in, you know, things really changing, right? The end of a difficult cycle, which with this 10 of Cups after it, I mean, this is all about celebration. I mean, it's a beautiful card. It's a happy family. It's a, you know, feeling very thankful for what you have. It's the ultimate, you know, love and family and relationship card. I know we're looking here at career and finance. We're not, you know, necessarily looking at the love and relationships portion of the reading here, but you know, for some of you, there could have been a decision that you made regarding your career or regarding your finances. Could have been a difficult decision, you know, but whatever it is, you know, you made the right decision because it's brought you to this, you know, very beautiful 10 of Cups card here with the 9 of Pentacles is the overall energy. I mean, it's all about you having that financial security that you dreamed of, and you know, it's bringing this wonderful sense of happiness and stability to your family. So, you know, for some of you, this could have involved, you know, you going a different direction. You know, maybe this was leaving a job that you were in, heading off in a different direction, you know, having this new start, this new beginning in a completely different career than you have had. But whatever this new thing is, I mean, it's, you know, you're feeling very financially stable and secure and self-reliant, and you know, all is right with the world with this 10 of Chalices. It's a beautiful reading for love and for career and finance. Now, the Navigating by the Stars card, I like to read the full meaning for the card, the oracle cards from the guidebook, and it says, trust your gut. Have faith that a higher power is directing your life. Believe. Allow your life decisions to be dictated by what opens your heart and by what brings you joy. Relax. Be patient. Follow your bliss. Your life is divinely guided. All is going according to a wonderful plan for your life. Be confident that all is well. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, sometimes you can't see the road ahead, but when you become still, you can feel the right way to go. It's like navigating by the stars. You might not be able to see every detail of the path for your life, but when you trust the light of the stars, your silent spirit guardians, and the joy of your guarding North Star to navigate in the darkness, in the morning light, you find yourself at the right place at the right time. Which is interesting because we have the Hermit who's following the light, right? And we also have the Judgment card, and she's staring into the light. And then it speaks of, you know, finding your bliss by, you know, being guided by, or allowing yourself to be guided by your spirit guides, navigating by the stars. It definitely seems as though there was an important decision that either you withdrew, took time out, made that decision, it's already happened, or for some of you, you could be working through this right now, making this decision, heading down a different path. But whatever it is, trust in this new path, you know. Allow yourself to go with that gut feeling. You know, allow yourself to, even if it seems a little strange or is different than what you've always done, it's definitely bringing you great happiness and financial abundance. So, beautiful message as far as career and finance goes. Now let me just move my camera just a little bit. There. Okay, so for our love and relationships, we start off with, in the past position, the 6 of Water. Sorry for the glare. In the present position, the Page of Fire. The future position, Major Arcana number 5, Hierophant. And the overall energy of the card that was at the bottom of the deck, Major Arcana number 21, the World. And the Romance Angels card that came out is, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay, so start off with the overall energy here of the World card. So you have, again, you had up here, you had 2 of the 4 cards in Major Arcana. And in this part of the reading, you also have 2 Major Arcana cards out of the 4. So the World card is the last card of the Major Arcana, right? The Major Arcana begins with the 0 card, the Fool, who is beginning, setting off on his journey. And card number 21, or the World card, is the culmination of the Fool's journey. Okay, so it's the last card. It's really about ending of a major cycle in your life, a major chapter in your life, new beginnings, right? But this is something very significant as a Major Arcana card. This is something that has taken a long time, but it's an ending, right? It's an ending that is bringing in a new beginning. It has to do with understanding, right? Because the Fool learns along the way. He undergoes many trials, tribulations, experiences to gain the knowledge, to gain the spiritual experience. So, this is also a card that speaks of a higher level of consciousness, you having reached a higher level of emotional, maybe in an emotional sense or spiritual sense. But it is about endings and beginnings, okay? It can also be a card, it's a card of completion, success, some type of reward. But we do have, let me go through the rest of the reading and we'll see how it ties in here. In the past position, you have the 6 of Water, or the 6 of Cups, and this is a card that speaks of nostalgia, right? It's a card that we usually associate with the past relationships, people from your past loves, people from your childhood memories, the actual place where you used to live when you were a child. It could be, exes, an ex, possibly, coming back, or maybe you've been thinking about an ex with this card. But it is a card of sort of remembering, thinking back on the past. Sometimes on the negative side, we as humans tend to look back on, on events, situations from the past with rose-colored glasses. And a lot of times, those relationships, or maybe, the event was not actually, as wonderful as we tend to remember it, because we do look back on it, in a very nostalgic type of way. So, but it can have to do with just, reconnecting with people from the past, friends, acquaintances, lovers. Could have to do with you just, feeling very childlike, feeling a childlike kind of happiness, feeling youthful. And you see the woman on the card, I mean, she's very, she's sort of gazing into the water here, looking at her reflection, right? Looking back on how she used to be when she was a child, thinking kind of wistfully about when she was a child, people who were in her life when she was younger. For some of you, it could be healing as well. The 6 of Water, sometimes it has to do with healing, things from the past, healing sort of old wounds. And it also, even though it's about looking back, it's also about, and sort of thinking about the good old days, maybe yearning for some type of security, some type of something from the past. There's also, a sort of a moving on and, the need to create something better in the here and now. So this does appear in the past position. So that could have been for some of you, you might have been dealing with maybe somebody from the past reappeared. Maybe you were just thinking about somebody from your past or your childhood where you used to live. But in the present, you have this page of fire. And this would be the page of wands in the traditional tarot. And wands energy has to do with creativity, creative projects. It has to do with day-to-day matters such as the work that we do, chores around the home. It's about our own drive and ambition and creativeness. Creativity, I think. Sorry. And the page, when we have court cards appear in a reading, they can actually be people who we're dealing with. This could be, if this is a person, this could be a younger fire sign individual that is playing a significant role in your life, around the middle to end of the month of March. If so, this would be a younger fire sign individual. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, male or female, not, in these general readings, not gender specific. And generally the pages, they're the ones who come in and bring news, right? So there could be this person appearing and bringing some type of news to you. You could be, with the court card, you could be taking on the energy of this page of fire, or it could just be a situation or an event. And with the pages and knights, a lot of times I do see them as, as events more so. I mean, it could be a younger person, could be a child of yours. And we did have this childhood over here. It could be a child, or it could be, a teenager or somebody in their early 20s. If not, then this is news, it's sort of news coming in about a new project or a new opportunity. It's about, action as well, feeling very excited, feeling slightly adventurous, beginning something new, acting on a new idea, beginning a project. It's about being very creative, having ideas as well. And this could be tied to, again, somebody from your past. It could have something to do with where you used to live, or something from your past. Where it leads you, right? The outbound energy for the month, it leads you to this Hierophant card. Just being drawn back to this page of fire. It could have something to do with news coming in as well, some type of news coming from a distance. Something to do with a proposal. Like relations abroad, news from a distance. We do have the World card over here as well. I mean, sometimes with the World card, besides the, endings and beginnings, completing cycles, it can also have to do with, dealings around the world in a different country. For some of you, there could be some time or something related to your childhood, where you used to live, possibly news from afar. And then we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant card, well, it really speaks of sort of tradition, religious tradition, spirituality. It has to do with spiritual power. Sometimes when this card appears, it also speaks of the need to possibly, commit to some type of spiritual practice, connect to your higher self, connect to a higher power. whatever that might be for you. Engage in some type of ritual. Ritual can be something as simple as, sitting quietly for 5 minutes each day just to connect, just to clear your mind and have that moment of sort of yourself, connecting with the universe, your higher self. So, for some of you, that's a message that's coming in with this Hierophant card. For others, this can have to do with definitely sort of large religious institutions, religious traditions, we usually associate this with obviously like a spiritual leader, but it's somebody who's very traditional, a conformist. Obviously it involves religious sort of rituals and ceremonies, so it's really, doing things kind of by the book. There's also with the Hierophant card, sometimes, it can have to do with, actually going before a priest. So, something to do with marriage or getting married. It can have to do with, it could have to do with some type of proposal coming in. An actual, like a marriage proposal, which with this World card is a definite ending of a long cycle. If this is you going from, from being single to engaged or married, it could be the completion of a very long cycle. And the Romance Angels card that came out for you is it's safe for you to love. Let me read you the full description of this card, and it says, let me find it here. This card indicates that you're protecting your heart from hurt because of painful relationship experiences. However, the angels can only bring as much romance as you will allow inside. If you have a shield around your heart, how is love to get in? A closed heart repels the sensitive partner you're trying to attract. Following your inner guidance will protect you and simultaneously allow you to feel loved and loving. Trust your intuitive senses with respect to other people's trustworthiness, and open your heart to those who are kind and gentle. Ask the angels to bring caring individuals, including a romantic partner, into your life, so they'll do so, provided that you listen to and follow their guidance. Interesting. So there could be, this speaks of, it speaks of possibly healing something from the past, right? Painful relationship experiences. So there could be some type of release, needed from these past hurts, but there is something new coming in. And this is, it's something that maybe this person is more traditional, right? With the Hierophant here. Usually the Hierophant we associate, yes, with religious, and large religious institutions, but also with large institutions. So the government, what else? Like large academic institutions, things along those lines. So there could be news, or there could, it could have something to do with that. It could have to do with the need to, to practice more or to engage in more or allow more spirituality into your life, right? In order to help with this healing, right? In order to sort of open your heart for you to be able to love. And we do have there's a lock, there's like a keyhole at the top of this. So, it's about unlocking, right? Unlocking something in order to open up your heart, right? And that could be something to do with somebody at a distance, somewhere where you used to live, maybe at a distance from where you live right now. Interesting messages coming through with the relationship part of your reading. So I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way, Pisces. I thank you for joining me here today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.